Hey, Shalom, y'all here.
All right, Shalom, Shalom, coming to you in the name of Yahawashi, Muharakah Kodash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, and salutations unto the Akim, the sincere Akim that continue to push this word in truth and in sincerity, and also Shalom to the brothers and sisters who are also listening and learning. I just want to come at you with this quick one, man, you know, and the title of this is, if Yahawashi came back right now, he'd be a liar. Let prophecy play its course. Okay, you know, and that's pretty much the bottom line. Okay, it's the facts, man. If Yahawashi was to come back, was to crack the clouds right now and return with I'm talking about right this second, or tomorrow, or even next week, or even 2 weeks from now, okay, you know, um the Lord would be a liar, man. Okay, so us as the men of the Lord. In fact, let me get this quick precept, man. Um, it's in the book of. In fact, let me just duplicate this, man. This is why we preach the words of the Lord, man. Okay, and not our own words, man. Because we see one or two things happening, and then the tendency is there to get excited and say, look, the Lord can come back right now. And that's a falsehood, man. And if we claim to be the prophets of the Lord, men of the Lord, okay, pushing that the Lord could come back right now, the Lord could come back tomorrow, that's actually against the doctrine, okay, which would make you a false prophet, which would which would you know make you go off, man. If I were to do that, that would make me go off, man. Okay. Order that the Lord could come tomorrow, the Lord could come 2 days from now, the Lord could come next week. That first of all, let me just stop talking, man. I heard the precepts speak, man. But that's wrong, man. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, and I'm gonna start from verse 4. All right. No, in fact, let me start from verse 3. And it says, and he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, okay, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. Okay, verse 4. And he said unto me, and the roll, by the way, is the scriptures. Okay, the 100% understanding of the scriptures, man. Okay, the correct doctrine. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words to them. So that I can speak with my words unto them. Yeah. Okay. So that's the point, man. In verse 4, we speak the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, man. Okay. We don't speak our own words, man. We speak the words of the Lord. Okay. Because the word of the Lord is perfect. The word of the Lord cannot fail, has never failed, to this day hasn't failed. Okay. And concerning what's to happen, in the near future, won't fail. Okay. But we're not our words can fail because our words have no power. Who are we? We're nothing but mouthpieces. Therefore, we should speak, okay, what the author has given us, man. Okay, that's why the scripture says Yahawashi is the author and the finisher of our faith, man. Therefore, we should speak the words of Yahweh Yahawashi, man. Okay, you know. But the point is to get thee unto the house of Israel and speak with my words unto them. Okay, you know, and really it goes back to and I'm not speaking at anybody. I'm just putting this out there through the spirit, man. I was thinking of what to do. I was just ate some food. I was thinking, and the spirit, just put this in my head, man. So I'm not aiming this at anybody. I'm not talking down at anybody. I'm indeed talking to myself first and foremost. Okay. but it's just the facts, man. Okay, don't get gas, don't get too happy, don't get what's the word, giddy. When I say don't get happy, I mean don't get ahead of yourself. I shouldn't get ahead of myself just because we see one or two things happening. All right, and then from there we say, oh, the law could come back tomorrow. That's bullshit, man. Okay, now what am I talking about? I'm talking about this whole Soleimani thing. Okay, I'm not gonna go for it, because brothers have done extensive lessons on it. I touched on it a little bit, but pretty much US kills the Iranian general Qasim Soleimani in strike ordered by Trump. Okay, so if you kill the general, like, yeah, that's nothing but the declaration of a war. Okay, he was killed by a drone strike, apparently, according to what the news has put out there. Okay, so you know yeah, that's a declaration of war, according to what we've been told by the news sources. Okay, Donald Trump ordered an airstrike that killed Iran's most powerful general in early hours of Friday in a dramatic escalation of an already bloody struggle between Washington and Tehran for influence across the region. Okay, so we get it. All right, we get it. I'm not gonna do a in depth, because there's precepts on this. I'm thinking of Isaiah the 13th chapter, I believe. I'm thinking of Ezekiel the 38th chapter. Okay, you know about Gomer, Gog and Magog. Okay, you know all of those scriptures there, yes, they do apply. Okay, and we are see this is prophecy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this isn't prophecy. This indeed is prophecy. Okay, is indeed scripture. Okay, or certain scriptures coming to pass and beginning to happen. All right, but the point I'm getting at, does it mean that Yahawashi is going to come back tomorrow? Of course not, man. All right, just because one thing happens. All right, and to be honest, he's dead, and I mean, it's a major thing, but really, in the grand scheme of things, it's minor. One guy's dead, only one guy got affected. What's major that could come out of that is that it could go tit for tat, and then then actual full on war breaks out. Okay, and we know that a full on war is going to break out, which will be what, World War III, as spoken of extensively in the scriptures, which is fine. Okay, but there is an order to prophecy. Okay, there is an order to prophecy, man. All right, and if we just get gassed because we see one little thing happen in the news and say, look, I'm looking up in the skies now, where's the chariots, man? Okay, you're gonna be disappointed. Okay, because you ain't gonna see chariots in the sky concerning them coming back onto our salvation. Okay, yeah, we'll see chariots and stuff, but I'm talking about the chariots coming back in full blown force for salvation time and destruction time. If you're looking for that right this second, you're not going to see it. Okay. Why? Because the prophecies have to come to pass, man. And I cannot calculate the exact time and date, okay, when Yahushua is going to return. Why? Because Yahushua don't even know himself. Okay. So it's our job to be seers, all right, and to take it easy, man. Just take it easy and let's see the prophecies come to pass, man. All right. Because if we get ahead of if we get ahead of the prophecies, man, you're gonna mess yourself up and you might end up losing patience, man. Okay. This is Matthew chapter um 24. Now this is a good chapter, very detailed, but it's a dual. Yahushua is prophesying, if you will, on two events, dual events, man. All right, he was talking of 70 AD, which of course already happened back then, and also about the end times. So, but the way Yahushua speaks about this, it's like it interchanges. So you got to know, what's talking about 70 AD, what's talking about the times that we're in now, and what applies to both. But he's interchanging between 70 AD and the end times, man. Well, that was the beginning of the end times, but the very end of the end that we're living in right now. Okay, so this is Matthew. In fact, let me start from a three. And he sat down and he sat upon the Mount of Olives. Then the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? So we know that this is talking of what? The Lord's coming, okay, and the end of the world, which is the end of this age, the kingdom that we're in right now. And Yahawashi answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall uh, hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. There you go. We should be able to, I should be able to, turn the video off, and that's it, man. Because that proves the point. You're gonna hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Just because Trump, according to what we've been told by the news outlets, he ordered a drone strike, and that's how Qasim Soleimani was, his dance. So Trump done his dance, as Benjamin would say, took him out the game, all right, killed him, all right. Does that mean that we should now start looking up in the sky and say, look, where's the chariots? Okay, don't get troubled because you see these wars, man. Don't get troubled because you see you hear about the rumors of wars. This is the rumors of wars that Yahushua is talking about, and such, things alike. But don't be troubled. Hold your horses, as they would say, man. For all these things must come to pass. So yes, we're going to see these things, but the end is now? No, the end is not yet. Okay. So if you get troubled by seeing one or two things, man, you're fumbling the bag. If I was to get troubled by seeing one or two things, and say, oh yeah, where's your house? Come now, come now. We're fumbling the bag, man. And we're actually turning our back to prophecy. So how the hell can we then be the prophets if we're turning our back to prophecy? And then you would ask, well, how am I turning my back to prophecy? Well, you're just skipping out a whole bunch of major prophecies. You just hear about a war or a rumor of a war, and you're looking up in the skies like, "Where's the Lord? I'm expecting you in 1 or 2 minutes." You're just erasing major prophecies, man. Okay, see, and that's spiritual, man. That the starting with Apostle Elder Tahar, the Apostle Tahar, coined the year 2020 the year of prophecy, man, because it was 2.5 days. I mean, 2 days in on the third day, and then you see, this whole Soleimani thing. And don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful thing to see. I'm not downplaying it. Okay, so we are seeing the prophecies starting to come to pass. But just because you see them starting to come to pass on a physical level, doesn't mean you can jump the gun. Doesn't mean that I can jump the gun. Doesn't mean that we can just, skip all the way to the end and expect to see chariots, man. No, we've got to go through the prophecies, man. And by going through the prophecies, okay, you ain't gonna miss anything out, man. Okay, it's important that we don't miss things out. See, because the end time prophecies happen in a chronological manner. Okay, you're gonna see this, then you're gonna see that, then you're gonna see this, then you're gonna see that. Then you're gonna have big temptations. Okay, then you're gonna have you're gonna be brought before governors and princes and kings and stuff. And you shall testify for my namesake and all of that stuff there. Okay, the chip. Okay, what if not, one of probably the most major prophecy to come, man. Okay, you're gonna erase all of that just because you heard about a rumor of a war? Come on, man. Yahushua clearly done told us here, as recorded in Matthew 24:6, but the end is not yet. All right, cool, man. Take it easy, man. The end is not yet. You're seeing these things, but the end is not yet. Okay, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. All right, that's what we're seeing right now. Okay, like I said, I'm not gonna get into it because that's another lesson. All right, Ezekiel 38, where it talks about Gomer and Persia and Ethiopia and all their armies. Okay, you know that's talking of Iran, Turkey, Israel, America. That's what we're seeing. Nation rising up against nation, okay, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, man. So we're seeing the pestilences, man. Over there in America, Slovakia, over there in Australia, you got the wildfires, people dying, the death toll, increasing. Okay, you got famines around the world. And that's the thing. Esau's media doesn't like to portray famines unless it's hitting a place of influence, or one of his own places, man. Okay. And that's the thing about news outlets, man. You've got to be very careful, and whatever they put out there, you've got to take it with a pinch of salt, as they would say, because it could be falsehood. It could be true, but they could have put a spin on it, you know, to falsify it, to make you believe, or program your mind, to think as a certain way. Okay. But there's a lot of famines out there in various places over the world, but East doesn't give that any media coverage because he doesn't give a damn. Okay, you know. But these things are coming, man. And when I say coming, they're coming to places of influence, man. Okay, you're gonna start see food shortages in America, food shortages in the UK. All right. I remember a couple of months ago, maybe 5 or 6 months ago, maybe even 7 or 8 months ago. I can't remember, but a while back, man. And I don't eat this crap, you know, you know. But it was all over the news, man. KFC um KFC ran out of chicken in the UK for a couple of days or so, something like that. I can't remember the details, man. You know, and KFC, when the KFC ran out of chicken, it was all over the news. People were horrified that they couldn't order what they wanted because KFC, their deliveries had gone wrong for some reason, and there was no chicken in all of the KFC outlets in the UK. People were losing their head, man. All right, and that's for some GMO KFC chicken, man. All right, you know. Okay, so how much more is it when you know it's not just KFC, but it's all outlets, not just fast food restaurants, but your actual supermarkets, man. Your Tesco's, your Sainsbury's, your Aldi's, Lidl's, Asda, or whatever, man. Okay, when there's no food, okay, in the UK, man, because these you where I'm one of the brothers that's over here in the UK, man. These UK devils, man, y'all are proud, man. Okay, so when it actually hits home, knocking on your front door, so to speak, man, you're gonna be shitting yourselves, man. Okay, but Yahawashi is telling us, man. Okay, and what does it say? This is the beautiful verse, man. Yahawashi keeps reminding us that this is not the end, it's only the beginning. Okay, verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows, man. Okay, so what we're seeing in the news right now with this whole Qasim Soleimani, Trump, Iran, US tensions and whatever escalates out of that, okay, you know, the Lord already told us this is the beginning. Okay. And we as the men of the Lord, man, the hopeful elect, we have to keep composure, man. Okay. We have to remember that look, there's a chronological order to scripture. And just because we see one or two things popping off in the news, so to speak, we can't look up and expect to see chariots that very minute. We can't expect to see how in the cloud that very minute. Why? Because prophecy has to take place, man. Okay. You know, boy, oh boy, I'm not answering that. Oh man. Verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So this is gonna happen then. If Yahushua was coming back right now, when did this happen? When were we delivered up and killed? Okay, because that hasn't started happening to brothers yet. It's gonna happen soon, but it hasn't happened right now, has it? Okay. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. Okay. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay. Now this is it, man. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved, man. So Yahushua keeps reminding us this is not the end, it's the beginning. You've got to endure. Okay? This is not the end, it's just the beginning of the end. You've got to endure. All right? So the prophecies have to happen, man. Okay? The prophecies have to happen. There is no way of escaping the prophecies. There's no way you can just jump from where we are right now all the way to Yahushua and the angels, cracking the clouds and delivering people, man. It's not going to work like that. It's not going to happen like that, man. Okay. And as the title of the lesson says, man, if Yahawashi came back this very second, he would be a liar, man, because he told us what we've got to do. He said, "Behold, I come in the volume of the book." The book tells us what's going to happen. Okay. So if the Lord came back right now, that means the whole Bible's fake. It's false, man. It's a falsehood. Okay. So when you're out there and you're saying, "Oh yeah, and that's the thing, man. People get caught up." I made a video a couple of months ago on my other channel, still up there, but it's on a strike. So, I'm using this channel, but even when the strike is off, I'm gonna use this channel more. Okay. GMS Exalt the Most High. This is GMS Exalt the Most High 3. Okay. But I made a video on that other channel about what was it, man? The thought just left my head. Shit. That's Satan, man. What was the video about, man? It will come back to me. It will come back to me. But that's the point, man. But he that endured to the end, the same shall be saved, man. Damn. What was that thought, man? What was that thought? What's the video I made, man? Can't remember, man. I can't remember. It is what it is, man. That's Satan. But hey, Rock the Al Shai, man. If the Lord wants that thought to come back, it will come back, man. It will come back. Okay. But he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved, man. That's pretty much it. That's the bottom line, man. Okay. You can't skip the prophecies, man. Now this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and 14. Okay. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? And lose it. That's part of losing patience, believe it or not, man. Okay. You'd think losing patience is, oh yeah, okay, I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna leave this thing of making videos and going to the highs and the byways. I'm no longer interested. Yeah, that's losing patience. That's turning your back to the plow. That's giving up on the faith. Okay, that's correct. But losing patience is trying to speed this thing up when certain things hasn't even happened, man. Have you considered that? Have I considered that? That losing patience also includes trying to speed things up faster than the Lord has it going, man. Okay. Oh yeah, come back now, come back right now, come back right now, come back right now. Okay. Rakate how Bashim Yoshai, Bashim Makakadash. The thought came back to me, man. Okay. Um the video was oh Lord, man. What the hell? The thought just hey brothers, man, that's funny, man. That's Satan. The thought I was speaking and the thought came back to me. And as I'm about to open my mouth to speak it, the thought goes again, man. Oh man, hey. Oh boy. Hey, that's Satan, man. That is Satan. What the fuck, man? Hey, the thought came in my head. And I said, Brock there, watching me on shine and left, man. What's the thought, man? Shit. That's Satan, man. That is Satan, man. Fuck. And the other day I was walking home as well, not to go off on a tangent, man. The other day I was walking home. It was like 3 a.m. in the morning, man. And like I live on a back road, so to speak. But to get to my road, I have to go through many roads from the main road. And there was actually like I was turning a corner. There's a pub, right? And like when you look at the pub from the angle I was coming through the glass, you can see the next road round the corners, and that's where I needed to go. And it looks like a white man in a so-called white man, an Edomite, in light blue jeans and like a dark blue denim like coat thing. So I was thinking, okay. because obviously it's 3 a.m. in the morning. You want to be vigilant of who's around you, these crazy people, man. And when I turned into that road, it was a right turn. I turned into that road and I'm walking, and I know I saw somebody there. It was a very light skinned so-called black woman with like dreads, but the dreads looked like snakes, man. And she was in a red coat and she was just laughing, man, you know. And she was looking at me, and I walked past. I was like, oh shit. And I kept walking, walking, walking. And bearing in mind, this road is like a 10-minute stretch road, man, to get to my road. So she's laughing, laughing, laughing. And you'd think that the further I go away from her, the less I'd hear her laugh, man. But the further I walked away from her down into that road, the louder the laugh became, you know. And I was looking around me and there was nobody there, man. And when I was getting further down the street and you could see her still standing outside this pub, man. But I could tell she was a witch because, I walked past her and I felt that dark demonic presence, man. But the further I went away from her, the louder the laugh was becoming, you know. And I was like, damn, that's a demon. Then I called on the name of the Lord, you know, and then the laugh stopped, man. And that's the same road. I made a video on my other channel, but that um that's the same road that other demonic things have happened to me, or but I've experienced, I should say, whilst I was coming home from camp a couple of months ago, man. You know, actually seen apparitions and stuff on that road, man. You know, and that just goes to show that when you come into the truth, man, things change, man. Your life changes because I've lived in my area all my life, man. And those same back roads were the roads that I used to play with my friends, when I was like 7, 8, 9, 10, playing out, they would call it in the UK, riding your bikes and, playing with tennis balls and footballs and stuff. All those back roads were our childhood play roads, man, and the parks, man. And it's now that very same road that whenever I walk down it in the nighttime, something demonic never fails to happen, man. You know, and you in the flesh you get a little bit shaken up, okay. But then you remember why these things happen to you, man. It's because at the end of the day, man, you're potential, member of the elect, man. And Satan's gonna fuck with you, man. So I'm not surprised that this man, I want to say something, okay, and then you lose the thought, and then the thought comes back to you, and then as soon as you're about to say it, the thought goes out of your head again. Brothers, that's nothing but the demons trying to fuck with the lesson, man. But it's all good, man. Okay, because there's things seen and there's things unseen. Okay, our eyes are currently shut to the spirit realm around us, man. Okay, but if the Lord, was to open our eyes to the spirits around us, we would actually see, demons and angels next to us, man. And those demons and those angels are contending for you, man. That's why sometimes when you get stupid thoughts in your head, you'll be thinking, what the fuck? That's foul. you know okay, you might have done something where you might have gone off or done something, man, and then that's an opening for Satan to get in there, man. So you think evil thoughts, and all of that stuff, man, you know. And ultimately, the flesh is wicked anyway. But the point is, if our eyes were open to the spirit realm, man, we'd probably pass out or die from what we see, man. Because there's actually demons around us, and there's angels around us also, man. So, with that, man, get thee behind me, Satan, man, and we're gonna continue because that's Satan. The thought came in my head, and as soon as I was about to, verbalize it, it left my head again. And I'm a quite articulate person, Brock. I ain't saying that to, boast myself. Brock Shy, he made me to be quite articulate on the ball when it comes to like things like this, man. So forgetting stuff, that's kind of foreign to me. I don't forget much at all, man. I can tell you exactly what happened, word, detail for detail 10 years ago. But look, I'm trying to speak and it ain't coming out. But fuck you, Satan, and Barakateh Halbashem Shai, man. Okay, you know. But anyways, Ecclesiasticus 2 and 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you, man? Okay, you know. So as I was saying, losing patience could be, well, trying to speed things up faster than the Lord has it going, man. We've got to work on the Lord's timetable, man. Okay, we've got to work on the Lord's timetable. You can't speed this up faster than it's going, man. Okay, because the real question is, if it was sped up even faster, would you be ready? Would I be ready? Okay, so it's about playing it according to the Lord's timetable, man. All right. So just jumping from where we are right now all the way to the chariots, you know, that's false. That's a falsehood, man. And you can't be teaching that. I can't be teaching that, you know, right? When the apostles say the Lord could come back any minute, all right, you've got to have the spiritual understanding. That's the thought, man. That's the thought that kept leaving my head. I made a video on my other channel saying, when we say stuff or when we preach stuff, if you get the wrong understanding of what we're saying, that's on you. That's not our fault, man. Once we're teaching according to the scriptures, okay, I can't remember the name of the video, but once we're teaching according to the scriptures, if somebody watches this video and gets lost or gets the wrong idea, that's not on me. That's their own fault. Okay. Same thing with the apostles, man. You have to have the spiritual understanding, all right, to get the true meaning behind what's said. Okay. Same thing with the scriptures. The scriptures may seem like you're saying one thing, but actually the correct breakdown is saying something quite contrary. Why? Because it's written in code. Okay. Because only the men that are meant to understand it will. So if you get the wrong end of the stick on what somebody's saying, if they're teaching the truth, that's on you. That's not on them. Okay. That's the point that kept leaving my head for some reason. Now, why do I say this? Because the apostles say the Lord could come back any minute, Lord can come back any minute. We say the Lord could come back any minute, Lord can come back any minute. But when we say any minute, we don't literally mean any minute, as in 5 minutes from now or 1 week from now. We mean the Lord is his coming is very soon. That's a figure of speech to say, look, the Lord's coming is very, very soon. Okay. It doesn't mean the next minute, literal minute, man. Okay. Because that would mean all the prophecies are out the window. Is Jacob's trouble going to happen in a minute? Is the chip going to come and everybody be, tempted by that in a minute? Is the race was going to happen in a minute? Is the concentration going to happen in a minute? No. Okay. So when you say the Lord's coming is any minute now, that's a figure of speech to basically say it's very, very soon. We don't know the exact time, but it's very, very soon. Okay. So we're not going off when we say the Lord's coming is any minute. It's a figure of speech, man. That's the point, okay? That kept leaving my head. Rakete Halba Hashem Yahawashi, man. So don't lose patience. This is Revelation chapter 3 and 18. And it says, I counsel thee to buy me, Salakia, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. Okay. Now, in fact, give me 1 second. Yeah, let me go on tools and see. I know what it is, but just for clarity, man. Go on the word for eye salve. In the Greek, kolurion. And it says what? Composed of various materials. Salakia. Composed of various materials and used as a remedy for tender eyes, which is the Holy Spirit, essentially, man. Okay. The understanding to see, man. All right. So that you help to help you see. Okay. All right. All right. So if we claim to have the Spirit of the Lord with us, man, we've got to have the eyesight to see clearly, man. Another word for the prophets are what? The seers, man. Okay. You know, in the Hebrew Shemayim. All right. To see, man. You know. So if you see clearly, all right, you'd see that, yeah, this leads on to this leads on to that. You ain't just gonna jump, man. Okay. You know, like when you go to the opticians, man, and the guy or the woman will have, come up in your eye with that bright light and that magnifying glass and the various glasses, and they're moving things over your eye, and then they'll tell you to read from the letter chart across the room. And sometimes you see the letter correct clearly, other times you're making a guess, you know. All right, this ain't that, man. Oh, what do you see? Tell me what you see. Tell me this, that, this, that. Tell me what you see. Is it A? Is it B? Is it X? Is it Z? Is it Y? Is it U? Is it W? No, man. All right, that's not seeing clearly, man. Okay, because you're under pressure to say the right letter, and then you can't even see the damn thing properly, man. All right. Not so with these prophecies, man. Okay. Because of the eyesight to see, which is given us of the Lord, the understanding to see clearly what's happening. We're not going to be doing guesswork. Oh, I think it's now. I think no. No, no, no. We're going to see clearly what it is. And that's the scriptures, man. The scriptures is the lens, okay, that we see clearly through. That look, this is what has to happen leading up to the Lord's second return. And you just go and jump and make a guess. Oh, well, I guess your house is coming back now then. No, okay? It doesn't work like that, man. All right. All right. Now, I ain't going to get into it too deep, but just one of the major prophecies, man. If Yahawashi was to come back right now, what happened to the chip then? Okay? All of this big fuss about the mark of the beast, okay, in scripture and us teaching it. If the Lord came back right now or next week, what happened to the mark of the beast then? Okay, because that's probably the most major prophecy in the scriptures in these end times, man. Okay, Revelation 13 and 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. When did that happen then? And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. We know the word mark, there's charagma insertion. Okay, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 666, 666. Cool. When did all of this happen? If Yahawashi is literally coming back, next week or any minute now, in the literal meaning of any minute now, when did this happen? Because I just done already explained that when we say any minute now, it's a figure of speech for very, very soon. Nobody knows, but we know it's very soon. But even though it's very, very soon, these prophecies has to come to pass before the Lord cracks the clouds, man. Okay. So just because we see one thing happen, we can't say now the Lord is coming back right now, man. These things have to happen, man. Okay. So when did this? Tell me, please. When did this happen, man? It hasn't happened yet. It hasn't been made mandatory yet. Okay. So the Lord ain't coming back until the chip comes, man. All right. And that's why we say we know it's soon, but we don't know exactly when. Why? Because the scriptures tell us that. Mark 13 and 32. But of that day and that hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father. So the only one who knows, you know, when the day of the end will be, the exact time and hour, is Yahweh himself. Not even Yahawashi knows that, man. Not the angels, and no man. Okay. So stop putting a time. All we say is very soon because we know it's soon, man. Okay. But quantitative, as in next week, 2 weeks, next month, we don't know, man. We don't know. Okay. That's the bottom line. We do not know. We don't have that information. The Lord didn't give that to us. That's a secret, man. We know it's soon, but the exact time and hour, day, we don't know. Okay. The scriptures is clear on that. So just, let the prophecies take place, man. All right. Okay. If the Lord was to come back, next week, when did the famine of the word happen then? All right. Amos 8 and 11. But the days, behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord God, man. So if the Lord said it himself, that means what? The Lord's a liar? What did the scripture says? Let the Most High be true and every man a liar. That I send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. So it's going to be a famine of the word. If the Lord was to come back, if Yahawashi came back right now, when did the famine of the word happen? When did the people wander from sea to sea, from north even to the east? They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it. When did they run? When did this happen? It hasn't happened yet because the famine of the word is very close, but it hasn't happened yet. So how the hell can Yahawashi crack the clouds? These are just examples of prophecies that have to come to pass, okay, before Yahawashi returns, man. Okay, so the title of the lesson says, man, if Yahawashi came back right now, he'd be a liar. Let prophecy play its course, man. Yes, it's beautiful times we're living in. Yes, it's exciting times we're living in. But don't let that allow us to get ahead of ourselves, man. Okay, work on the Lord's schedule, work on the Lord's timetable, man. All right, because that's the way it's got to be, man. All right. So the prophecies have to happen, man. 2020, we're gonna continue to prophesy, man. So with that, I'm gonna say, Barak Yahawashi, Shalom.